Links down below as always to credit, again in this case, IGN for these articles. So last month there was some discussion about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and it has been confirmed by Rocksteady themselves that there is going to be an offline update at some point after the release. So in case you're not aware, it is an always online game, and it has a live service, mechanic to it. Many fans were thoroughly disappointed by that news, but again, it says here by Epic Yeti, in addition to our latest trailer, we also have some news to share, and we're happy to confirm that we are planning to add said offline story mode that will give players the option to experience just that, the main campaign, without an internet connection. And we're aiming to add this update in 2024 and will provide more details when available. So there it is. Online only for the time being. At release later, it'll go offline, kind of like Marvel's Avengers. Hopefully the live service stuff, as they add stuff, literally, the game gets updated though, and then we're able to access whatever those things are in the offline part of the game. So that's going to be interesting. And when it comes to Skull and Bones, this was another game that was highly anticipated for me, only because Assassin's Creed Black Flag was one of my favorite Assassin's Creeds of all time. It just had, the whole naval thing, the ships, it had land combat. Reminded me of Atlas a little bit, if you're kind of familiar with that game. Or Atlas reminded me a little bit about that game. And this was to bring to your awareness, because these games are coming out soon, like really, really soon, like Suicide Squad, and this one here, is that there is no combat outside of ship battles. There's no walking the plank. There's no boarding the boat, kicking people off and doing some yar with your sword and doing some melee stuff. So for me personally, that is a massive disappointment, because I was just about to pre-order the game till I did a little bit of research and came across that, hence why I made this video, because this Reddit post highlights the amount of people, the plethora, the cornucopia of people that have no freaking idea that you cannot do those things. You'll be able to explore a little bit on land when you're interacting with other people and stuff like that, but when it comes to the combat, when it comes down to it, it is naval ships only. So it's basically like World of Warships, maybe, but with pirates. I don't know if that's a good analogy, because I don't really know much about those two games to begin with, to be honest with you. I just looked into this one a little bit. So again, this is not necessarily a bad thing. There are going to be people out there that are like, yeah, and? Me personally, I'm going, yeah, you can't have a pirate game, and I can't board your goddamn ship, make you walk the plank, or take you prisoner, or just kick your ass. So it's actually good news for me, because it saves me money. It's not an insult, it's just an observation. When it comes to this game, going back to Suicide Squad again, I've talked about this a million times throughout the course of my 5-year journey here on YouTube, and we could see how well that's been going. Is that, to me, you can make the game the way you want. At least you're making it known that it's a live service online only game. You're going to be adding the offline later, blah, blah, blah. Hey, it's better than nothing. Don't get me wrong. However, I'm still one of those people that truly believes in the Minecraft, Borderlands 3 kind of philosophy. Diablo 3 even. Have it so that you could play every single game that comes out, be playable offline. And in this case, I like that they didn't just say you'll be able to play the campaign offline. Because again, offline doesn't necessarily mean that you need or don't need an internet connection. It just means that you could play it offline without people. There are offline games that you could play that still require an internet connection, a persistent internet connection at that. They highlight that here, and that's great. But I just can't help but hate those games. I'm just being honest. For game preservation's sakes, for whatever the reason, that's why I'm so glad Marvel Avengers did what they did. Give us games that we could play without people. I don't care what the goddamn game is. Offline with no internet. But sure, absolutely. Add co-op, add live service, all those wonderful things that you want to add to the game. because then it makes it that you cater to everybody. You want to be an anti-social bastard like myself? You can be that. You want to be a social butterfly? You can do that. Enemy scaling. Always have a toggle for enemy scaling. Always, always. I don't give a rat's ass what the game is. Starfield, you need to do it. They did it in Assassin's Creed. They did it right. Witcher 3, same thing. Some people are like, oh my god, it's blasphemy to have scaling. Great. Then don't turn the fucking thing on. I'm one of those people that loves it. And some people say, well, that makes no sense. Well, to me, it makes sense because as I'm progressing and my character's getting more skills and better armor and I have more utilities at my disposal, right? That alone makes my character stronger. So even though the enemies are constantly getting stronger and I can still get killed, let's say just as quickly, let's say in the beginning it takes me 4 hits to get killed. And now in this case with the scaling, it's still taking me 4 hits to get killed. But now I got 17 different ways to slap your ass silly. 6 ways from Sunday, 1 way from Monday. It was supposed to be 6. Yes. Yeah, I had it right the first time. So that's my rant for that. A little bit of a rant. There's always a rant. Anybody who knows me, there's always a rant at the end. But the main focus is what I just said. This will eventually be an offline, not requiring an internet connection. And as the game launches, I'm probably going to buy this most definitely. It just looks really, really fun. I like the shark, man. I'm obsessed with sharks. I just like Marvel, superhero, pew, pew, bang, bang, all that kind of shit. I'm into it. Balls deep, I'm into it. So I'm going to get it. And when the game goes offline, I am going to make another video on how is it different from, you know, the live service. Because sometimes, like I said, live service, they'll add certain things and it's a little bit different. I hope it's like Borderlands 3, speaking of that game earlier, at the beginning of this video, where it's essentially the same game. I'm mainly going to be playing it online. But it's nice to know that if my internet goes down, I'm not just twiddling my thumbs, staring at the starting screen, right? And so many games have a different take on offline, online. There's that BMX snowboarding game. I can't even remember what it's called. Riders Republic or something like that. Yeah, I haven't played it in a while, as you can tell. Wonderful game. Love it. Online, it's amazing. But when you play offline, you can't even access the shit that you earned online. You don't even get to really change between the different bikes in each category. You can't even change your clothing. Like, come on, man. Like, seriously? Like, you can't even change your clothing. Even to give us just some generic shit that you get, like in the beginning when you play online. I get it. They want you to buy shit and progress. I'm totally on board with how they did Riders Republic. All I'm saying is, for those kinds of games, I would love an additional bonus as to whereby once you've legitimately earned it, you can use it offline. And then once the game goes offline, or they stop supporting it, it's been a couple of years, or as the seasons go on and you're now in season 2, make everything that was available in season 1 maybe at a discount or something, and make it available for people to play offline. But again, I will be thankful in that at least you can play the game. Like if you're dying and you're itching to play Riders Republic and you have no internet connection, you can do it. It's a limited experience, but you can do it, right? And then you've got other games like Diablo 2 Remastered, where you can play it offline without an internet connection. Blizzard tells you that you can, but if you don't go online for a month, you're asked, hey bitch, who are you? Let's take a look at you before we let you in. It's been a month since you bathed in the online world. We want to make sure you're not a dirty ass motherfucker. Did you see why I have a problem? No two games are consistent, even within the same company sometimes, as to what works, what doesn't work. Call of Duty had some maps that didn't work offline. You'd have like 30 maps. Like 7 of them only worked like a couple of years ago in Call of Duty, but if you were online, all of a sudden it worked, even though you were playing offline. Hence why I make these videos. I try to clarify this shit. I try to spend my hard-earned cash on YouTube to put back into the community and do these things. Bring this awareness to you in case. Well, I mean, this one's an online only game. I think everybody knows that. There's no offline for this one. But this was more about like a, hey, by the way, this ain't an expansion to Black Flag Assassin's Creed, even though it technically is. I think this is like a game that's like 9 years in the making. To be honest with you, just give us a fucking remastered PS5, Xbox Series X version of, yes, I said sex, version of Black Flag, truthfully. If they add boarding, whatever it's called, for the ship shit, with some melee, dude, I am buying that game. But for now, I'm glad they're not. Saves me money. I'm still a broke ass. It's okay. I am the Elon Musk of poverty, motherfucker. I gotta stop saying those words, or I'm gonna get canceled, and then I'll really have no money. Thumbs up if you liked the video. This was supposed to be, by the way, like a 2-minute video, but I pride myself on, I get to the point relatively quick, and then I just long-winded rant at the end. I can't help it. I love making this kind of content. It's shit on my channel. I don't think I've ever gotten over 100 views on any of these kinds of videos on my channel, so why keep making them? Because I actually legitimately just enjoy doing this. I really do. By some miracle that it takes off a little bit and I get an average of 1,000 views a video. Even that's really not that much, to be honest. But it would be something. So thumbs up if you liked it. Helps with the algorithm, all that funky shit. You didn't like the video, a thumbs down. I bend it in half, I twist it, and I snap it off in your ass. Not a big deal. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, exactly. Like I need to tell you what the gig is. And if not, that's fine. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And maybe I'll see some of you next one. I got to thank the people that come and see me. Because again, only 1.2% of my subscribers watch my shit. That's not really a good retention ratio. All right. Take care. And until next time, bye for now.